The following opinions are solely those of BoatTest.com and its test captain.
Hi, Captain Steve for BoatTest.com, and today I am on the latest launch from the Monte Carlo shipyards, the MC4. I'm going to put it through a full sea trial and see how they've done. The ship's electrical panel is in a cabinet to the starboard side, and it includes a Scheiber touchscreen panel. Daily engine checks couldn't be easier, with the IPS 500s being accessed from a hatch right in the cockpit. An aluminum ladder leads you directly in between the twin IPS 500 engines, and there's plenty of room on either side of these engines for the daily checks. At the forward bulkhead, the standard 13.5 kW genset. And this box provides a mechanical redundancy to the ship's electrical systems in case the Scheiber touchscreen fails. Of course, the focal point of this lower helm, the two 12-inch Simrad displays on the upper panel. The Volvo Penta EVC displays to the left of the wheel, digital ignitions just next to that, analog tachometers, and a rudder indicator just above the wheel. To the right-hand side, trim tab controls with LED indicators, bow thruster control just ahead of that. To the right on the sub panel, we have the digital engine controls and the IPS joystick. And notice the entire helm is trimmed in a rubberized paint and stitched leather. Outstanding visibility through this single-piece windshield, even with the wide mullions to the sides. And I'm happy to see defrost vents with a windshield this size. As impressed as I am with the visibility forward, to the sides, not so much. The valances and curtains come down a little bit too far into my line of sight. But it's a small trade-off for the nearly 360 degrees of uninterrupted visibility from this lower helm station. I also like the positioning of the joystick with regards to this side window, because I can just sit here on my elbows and watch the entire side of the boat as I manipulate the joystick with my hand. At the bow, there's a 2-inch tow rail. The rail height comes up 32.5 inches, far exceeding ABYC standards. Fully forward, Lumar windlass leads out to a stainless steel anchor roller and a Delta plow anchor. Lift and lock latches give us access to the road. There's a remote control here, as well as a control at each helm. I would like to see a cleat for securing the anchor rod. Well, plenty of room and great visibility in this flybridge. Let's take a look at some of the details. The upper helm went with a single Simrad 12-inch display. Same rubberized paint sprayed onto the exterior. Volvo Penta digital gauges over to the port hand side. Lemco trim tabs to the starboard side. We've got the digital controls and the IPS joystick. This boat also has the optional bow thruster and remote control spotlight. The seat is exceedingly comfortable, carbon fiber frame. I would like to see a flip-up bolster though.
Now let's get underway and see how she performs. The Monte Carlo MC4 has a length overall of 45 feet 3 inches, a beam of 13 feet 4 inches, and with her IPS pods draws 3 feet 9 inches. With 40% fuel and 2 people on board, we had an estimated test weight of 28,251 pounds. With the twin IPS 500s running at 3,500 RPM, we reached our top speed of 30.4 knots with a 39.5 gallon per hour fuel burn. Monte Carlo did such a good job of matching the hull to the propulsion system that the performance change is only 1/10 of a mile per gallon from 11 knots on up to our top speed. But with that said, I found the most comfortable combination of ride and performance to be right at 22.3 knots and 3,000 RPM. That speed produced a fuel burn of 26 gallons per hour, giving us a range of 224.3 nautical miles and an endurance of 10 hours while still holding back a 10% reserve. On acceleration, her bow comes up 15 degrees, which produced no loss of forward visibility from either helm. In turns, she rolls a sedate 9 degrees at cruise speed and comes around slowly, a common characteristic with the IPS drives. Slow down and the turn will tighten and she'll come around quicker. Her wave splitter hull combines a fine entry into the water with a nearly vertical stem, providing a long waterline for efficient operation at various speeds. When taking power off, she settles back into the water slightly stern first with a gentle reduction of speed. On approach to the dock, she maneuvered nicely in the tight confines of the marina. Then it was a simple matter of engaging the IPS joystick and maneuvering her into position with gentle pulses. Our test boat was equipped with a bow thruster, but I only used it to help line her up with the slip. It would be more of a help with gusty conditions, which we did not have.
Well, in my opinion, it's unfair to compare this to her bigger sister, the MC5. This Monte Carlo MC4 stands alone on her own right. And that's my full test and performance evaluation of the Monte Carlo MC4. For BoatTest.com, I'm Captain Steve. We'll see you on the water.